Hello there folks, and welcome to Socket Sanctuary's 11,111 subscriber special. I don't know why you fuckers keep subscribing, my videos aren't that good. But in all seriousness, thanks to each and every one of you for subscribing. I don't do this as a business, I do it for fun, and each and every one of you that views my videos, comments, and subscribes, it means a lot to me, so thank you very much. And as a little thank you, we're going to be doing a VisionTech unboxing. We did this about 4 years ago, and we got some pretty cool stuff in the VisionTech boxes. In fact, let's take a look and see what we got last time we did a VisionTech unboxing. Oh, and as you can see, I'm wearing gloves because I tend to do this ever since I got a disgusting eBay package that had all sorts of weird hair in it. I wear gloves for sanitary purposes. Last time we did a VisionTech unboxing about 4 years ago, we got this little guy. This is actually really cool. This is an HD 7750. Probably one of the best cards that we got in the mystery box. For $15, it was quite the steal too. This was one of the best single slot, low profile cards that don't need any PCI power that you could get at the time. And for 15 bucks, it was a steal. 1 GB of GDDR5. You'll actually see how this performs in our next video. That one was quite a good deal. This one was actually pretty good too. This was an HD 4870 with 512 megs of GDDR5. So this thing was actually pretty good for 15 bucks 4 years ago. And then this thing is just cool for coolness' sake. This is an HD 3850 AGP, which was one of the fastest AGP cards ever made. So this was another cool find that we got from it. So I decided to splurge and get one $10 mystery box and a couple of $5 mystery boxes this time around to see what we would get. However, this time around you can get more than just graphics cards. You can get PCI risers, M.2 drives, hard drives, memory, all sorts of stuff. So I decided to get one $10 box and a couple of $5 boxes. So let's take a look and see what we got. This right here is the $10 box. So let's open it up and see what could be inside. And judging by the look of it, we have something that's not too impressive. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. This is a Thunderbolt to DisplayPort. So that's actually going to be relatively useful if you have a graphics card that has a Thunderbolt output and you want 2 display ports. Probably good for VR or something like that, or multiple display ports if you need it, and your graphics card doesn't have it but has a Thunderbolt. So that is somewhat useful. For 10 bucks, I'm not sure if I really wanted that, but it's something. And the other thing is, quite frankly, disappointing. I was hoping for a graphics card, but can't always get what you want. Let's get rid of the box. Delicious. And inside we have a hunk of plastic, nothing inside of here, and a USB with power at the end, which means that this is just a charging station, a docking station for all sorts of devices that charge via USB. So that's cool, I guess, if you need that, but I certainly don't. For 10 bucks, I'm not sure if I wanted it, but it's something, I guess. Hoping for a graphics card, but I'm guessing we'll have a graphics card in the $5 boxes. So let's take a look at some of the $5 boxes. We'll just set this stuff off to the side, actually. The very first one that I see is this guy right here. And if we open it up, let's see here, how do we open this? There we go. We've got what looks to be a Bluetooth speaker. And actually a fairly nice Bluetooth speaker at that. This thing is all metal. I'm not sure how it sounds, but as far as Bluetooth speakers go, it's relatively small, compact, and it even has a spot for a micro SD card, headphones, and the like, and it's completely all metal, which is really nice, honestly. I could probably use this at work, as I do use Bluetooth speakers at work, and something this small and rugged would actually be just about perfect. So I actually do like this. For 5 bucks, it's not too bad. It's really hard to find a Bluetooth speaker for $5. Not sure how it'll sound, but for $5, not too terrible. Alright, this one we have does not appear to be graphics card. We do have some drivers and one of those teeny tiny CDs that are ever so cute. And this is an expansion port for USB 3. Honestly, I could probably use something like this in my main computer as I'm running out of USB ports. And it actually does come with the cable, the SATA power cable. Not that I need it, because my power supply has the correct connections, but you know what? Not terrible. For $5, if you need something like this, great. If you don't need something like this, kind of a letdown, but it is what it is. Let's take a look and see what's in here, because I know there's some other stuff floating around in here. You got your screws to mount it. You got your little baby CDs. I miss these. They're like the little GameCube CDs. However, just, you know, download the drivers. And then you have your Molex to SATA power connector. I mean, I hope you don't have to use this, but if you do, it's there. All right, let's take a look at the next box. This is the next $5 box. Big money, big money. Ooh, we got a graphics card this time. And what sort of graphics card do we have? This thing, judging by the fact that it says ATI, is ancient. If I'm reading this correctly, it's a 9250, 128 megabytes of SD RAM. Wow, this thing is really old. It's got one of these connectors on, so basically all it's used for is multiple VGA outputs. And gaming is out of the question. Even like old games are gonna really struggle on something like this. It may be DirectX 7 compatible, maybe. DirectX 8, I don't know. Not DirectX 9 though, if I do recall correctly. So most games are gonna be not able to run on this. But for, you know, something that has a bunch of perhaps security cameras and needs a bunch of VGA outputs, this would be adequate, I guess. So I guess we got our first graphics card, a little bit of a letdown from last time. Let's see what we can get in the next box. And in here we have, ooh, yet another graphics card. This one's a little bit heavier. It might be something a little nicer. It looks like it's sealed shut. Got Fort Knox in here. All right. This thing is another ATI card, so they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. But it is a little better than this thing. I think it can at least do DirectX 9. It's a 1600 X1600 Pro, if I'm not mistaken, with 512 megabytes or 256 megabytes. But it does at least have an HDMI output and TV out, S-Video, hooray, and VGA. It's a step up from this card, which honestly is not saying much. But it can at least play older games. And last but not least, we have what's in here. And in here, this one actually looks like it might be useful. I can already see what it is. So for $5, we get an expansion card for 2 NVMe drives that plugs into your PCI port. This is actually really useful, and I could actually use this because most motherboards come with 1, maybe 2 NVMe drive bays. Maybe more if you buy a really expensive one. But for the $5 price point, if you want more NVMe drives, this is the best way to do it. And you can fit 2 NVMe drives here. There's a SATA connector here. And I might actually use this for $5. Not too terrible. I know they're not expensive, but I actually think that out of everything that we got here, next to the Bluetooth speaker, this is probably one of the nicest things that we got. And then we also have the connectors for it. We have low profile brackets, and we actually do have, I can dig in here. There's a SATA cable, obviously, but there's also a heatsink for the NVMe drive, so you can put a heatsink on there so they don't overheat. So that's actually nice. So this time around, the VisionTech mystery boxes were a bit of a letdown compared to last time. We certainly didn't get any good graphics cards. The reason I didn't spring for the $40 mystery box is, well, you can buy a lot of good graphics cards for $40, even though it has a premium graphics card inside of it. You could probably buy it on the used market for $40 or cheaper. And judging by the absolute gems that they sent us here, I'm guessing the $40 graphics cards would only be a marginal step up from that. So you're probably looking at something like the 7750 or maybe an R5 or R7 card from Radeon. So there you go. That's the spread of stuff that we got from the VisionTech mystery unboxings this time around. Judging by the letdown that it was this time, I'm not going to be doing it next time around unless they step up their game somehow. So that'll be it for this episode. Thank you folks for watching, and more importantly, thank you folks for sticking around, subscribing, and all that jazz. It means a lot to me, and I will catch you folks next time.